was dancing, she's
Yes.
romancing.
Oh,
In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
what are you singing now? Did I startle you?
Yes, you did.
Oh, gracious, hello. Ready for another show? Is this a busy one, or have I got time to tell you my life story?
Moderately busy.
Moderately?
But I don't want to hear your life story.
Okay. I only drink moderately. I have a case of moderately in the car.
We're going to
Old
have
Dean Martin joke. What are you going to do?
some Esterhazy, Rosbraten.
Esterhazy is the guy who wrote the movie Showgirls. Joe Esterhazy.
No, this is a different one.
Oh, okay.
This is an Austrian.
Austrian?
Austrian, and it deals with steak and roast and carrots, cucumbers, the whole thing.
Okay.
And over here, we're going to give you some work to do. It's going to be artichoke and crab dip.
I think the hardest job will be opening all these.
No, I already opened up before the show.
Okay.
I don't want to sit there
An
half the show
artichoke-
later. You can't get a jar open.
An artichoke dip with,
Yeah.
I see, pitta.
You're going to have fun doing that.
Of course I am.
It's a simple little dish.
Yeah.
And then I've
Simple
got
dish for simple minds.
But we're
We'll
going to
get right
start
at
off
it.
with,
Let me get my.
You get the apron.
Let me get my.
I'll get
let
the
me get
cutting
my. We'll be back.
I'll get the cutting tools. And away. This is called a long flat red.
I went out with her, I believe.
Food Fairs, two grumpy guys in the kitchen. Brought to you by Food Fair. Expect the best from Food Fair.
So I'm going to fry stuff, am I?
Yes, you are. You're going to cut that pepper?
Cut what pepper?
This pepper.
Oh, that
nice green pepper.
Oh, that is a
Isn't
beauty.
that a nice pepper?
Ooh.
And you're going to fry it up with onion.
Fry
like
up an
that.
onion. I can do
Yeah.
that.
I'll put a little canola in the pot for you.
All right. Oh, guess what?
I
I haven't got a knife.
I've got one here.
There,
for
I
you.
got one.
Nope, don't go for it. Right
No, I got. No need for you to worry.
Oh man, it's starting to.
So we're frying up onion and green pepper, huh?
Yeah.
For an artichoke dip.
Yeah. Here's a good idea. I'll show you a little secret. Just cut the end off like that. Take your hand and scoop it up like that. Then you got rid of
Just
all those
can't
seeds.
leave it alone, can
Well, the
you?
way you were going to do this.
You
Seeds all over
just
the
can't
place.
leave it alone.
A neat set is in order here.
Yeah. So how do you want it? Like this, or just
I'd
chopped
like
up?
it the other way around.
I believe I got you to do
And
this
now
for
you
me.
can cut that.
Now what do you want? What do you want after that, Lee?
Nice thin strips. I think I've been had here.
Yes, you have.
I'm going to start the Rosbraten here.
You ever hear the story of how Tom Sawyer got his fence painted?
Yeah, no, Huckleberry.
Well,
Huckleberry Finn,
it's
he
the
met
same
at
thing.
Con, right?
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so frying up green pepper and onion for an artichoke dip.
Yeah, it's a hot dip.
Uh-huh. A hot dip in the old town
Using
tonight, babe.
crab. And we're going to use the artificial stuff today, just for fun.
The pollock or the haddock
The
or whatever.
pollock,
That's
yeah.
pollock, yeah.
It's a fish that comes out of the Alaska area of the ocean.
Uh-huh.
And they were throwing it away. It was called a rough fish at one time.
Yep.
And nobody wanted it. And the fishermen were heaving them back, of course.
Yeah.
So then they discovered, wait a minute, we grind this up and add our crab flavoring to it.
Yep.
We can have an imitation crab.
They did the same thing in England with a fish called the dogfish. I was over there, and a guy told me we were eating this stuff in a pub one day, and this guy says, you know what, this used to be called dogfish, and we couldn't get anybody to eat it. Then they changed the name to rock salmon, and now you can't keep it in stock.
Well,
So anytime somebody says rock salmon, it's really dogfish.
Well, in Manitoba, they had the fish called the Black Maria. Remember
Black
that?
Maria?
Yeah, they renamed it.
That's what they used to call police wagons, paddy wagons.
Yeah.
I have it sliced this way. Is that the way you want it?
Hey, any way you want it.
Any
Now,
way
you
you
remember
want.
this is a dip. How is anybody going to dip with a big piece like that?
Well, what do I know that they're dipping?
Could you finally could
It's
you
hot.
finally tune that a little bit?
See, I ask you for directions. You say whatever you like.
All
Go right ahead.
Here, I'll give you an idea how thin I want it. You see this nice little bit here like that? Matter of fact, I'll even give you this knife.
Thank you very much. I don't like that knife. I don't like a cleaver.
Hey,
So I'll just continue stirring up the onions
could
here.
you do that for me, please?
Yeah, with a knife.
See, now you can.
You're doing an Austrian what? Rosbraten? Is that what it's called?
Rosbraten.
Rosbraten, which
Yeah.
means roast beef, right?
Pretty close.
Yep. Yep. Okay, how you coming along with that pepper, Lee?
Okay, you keep slicing it.
Okay.
All right, I've given you an idea how, because you got to remember it's a dip, and you don't want a great big hunk of pepper hanging on the end of your piece of pita.
Nose. You got a big piece of pepper hanging on the
to
end
a
of your
party,
nose there.
You ever go to a party where somebody's eating parsley?
I don't believe I ever have, no.
On a snack.
Most of the parties I go to.
And it sticks to their teeth, and you're talking to them, and you want to tell them.
There's a piece of parsley in your teeth,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. But you don't want to embarrass them.
Okay. So you just let them go through that.
No, usually I'm
what you
forward
did-
enough to say that.
What you did by chopping all of this up, you didn't give me a chance to clear off the board. So there's all kinds of seeds and stuff in here.
Yeah, you can do that.
And then what? The onion?
Yeah.
No garlic?
I got the garlic in this other one,
What other one?
the one I'm making.
Oh,
Or
so you get the garlic.
Attempting to make here, yeah.
Okay.
I just love this cleaver. I know it goes to your mind
know
every
what?
time I say the word cleaver.
It
You're talking about a television show.
It occurs to me, said he, paying little or no attention to what you just said, that we could have done this beforehand and I could just, like fling it in there.
No, we
Instead
couldn't
of
have.
listening to you berate me for the way that I do it.
Then we'd be sitting. Oops. You're getting a little brave here with this thing.
Okay, Lefty, have at it. Now, I will assume you want this onion chopped up rather fine as well. Is that right? I say.
Yes.
Okay.
I was just looking to see where you were.
You sure this is an artichoke dip?
Yeah.
All right. I'll take your word.
Keep this on fairly low heat, because especially with this type of a product. I would normally do this in a roaster, but I didn't have another roaster. So I'm doing it this way. Okay? How are we doing?
I had a rooster. Should we tell some rooster jokes?
No. Okay.
How about the one rooster's chasing a hen around the farmhouse, and the farmer's sitting on the front porch watching him, and after about 4 times around, the farmer throws out a few kernels of corn, and the hen runs right by it, and the rooster stops and starts picking up the corn, and the farmer says, "Boy, I hope I never get that hungry." You have no
Okay.
sense of humor.
I
That's
got
your
to put
problem.
a little couple of tablespoons of flour
Okay,
on
well,
that.
you can see pretty much what we're
Kinda
doing
like
here,
a thickening
and we'll
agent.
keep on doing it, and then when you come back, we'll still be doing it. That's life.
Lee's Leftovers are brought to you by the Bay Downtown. You're watching Food Fair's Two Grumpy Guys in the Kitchen, brought to you in part by Food Fair. Expect the best from Food Fair.
Well, Lee's doing a Rosbraten. So what kind of beef you got there?
This is, you can use round steak or you can use sirloin. This is sirloin.
Okay. And this is an Austrian dish.
Yeah, I'm going to sear the meat on that side,
Okay.
in which case I'm going to need the burner on this side.
Okay.
So, and I've got the vegetables all over here, and I've got the flour mixed in. Now, what the flour does is later on, when the juices all start to gather, the flour thickens it. Your gravy is already in there.
When the sun goes down and the tide goes out, the juices all gather and they all begin to shout, "Hey, hey, Uncle Judd, it's a treat to beat your feet on the Mississippi mud. What a dance do they do, Lordy, how I'm telling you. They don't need no band. They keep time by clapping their hands. Just as happy as a cow chewing on the cud. It's a treat to beat your feet on the Mississippi
You're
mud."
never going to get that dip done.
Oh, for crying out loud. Let me have a little fun. I'm singing, I'm dancing.
So what do
I
you
could
want
have been somebody.
So you
I
wanna-
could have been a contender instead of an onion chopper, which is what I am.
You want to be a singer or a dancer?
Okay, this is the pollock, huh? Only
That's the
it's
pollock.
imitation crab meat, so I will assume that this artichoke dip has, you could use crab meat
Yes.
as well.
You can use real crab meat.
Now, do you want this
But this is just as good. A lot of people just love this stuff.
Yeah. Do you want this, understand this came from Alaska.
That's good. Do that.
People used to throw it out.
You got all this other stuff to put in here.
In where? In
Here, yeah. So start putting.
Which do you want? You want this stuff in there first?
Yeah. Let her loose.
The whole thing?
Let her rip. I don't want the juice. Don't let me do that. I'll drain the juice for you.
Okay.
Da-da-dee-da-dum.
How about these peppers? Shredded pimento peppers.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, are they hot or just nice?
Put that in there. These are artichokes.
Okay, you want this in there?
Artichokes.
What about the juice?
Fish it out with a fork.
Fish it out with a fork.
Fish it out with a fork. Okay.
Okay.
Now, in the meantime, what I've done here.
You want this whole jar in there?
Sure. No.
How much?
No. You follow directions very well.
Not very. No.
How much does it say there?
Cup. Half a cup.
That's good.
So I'll give him one more, and that should be a half a cup.
Yeah, one more for the gipper.
Yeah. There we go. Just stir this up, do I?
Now we're just going to...
Gosh, this is fun.
We're browning this on the bottom. I've put in paprika now to give it some zing.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got the vegetables going over there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the next thing I'm going to put in, when I find my spoon...
Yep.
Oh, well, I'll use this one.
Wait a minute.
Is the sour cream.
Cooked bell juice, in a large bowl,
I'm using
combine
about a
bell
quarter
pepper,
cup of sour
artichokes,
cream on top of
mayonnaise,
that.
scallion, pimento.
Okay.
What else do you want in here? Do you want these here jalapenos?
Yeah.
How
But
many?
you're going to need a spoon to fish them out, right?
I got one. Oh, it's too big.
You'll never get that in there. Here's a fork.
I got a fork. I'll use this fork. How many do you want? That many?
Now, remember, it's going to be hot. So just do about, say, 1. Keep going.
2, 3.
4, 5.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Perfect.
Done.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a spicy artichoke.
Now, on top of that, you're going to have the Worcester in there, the lemon juice in there, the Parmesan in there. Okay?
Will you make up your mind?
Now, I also did this for a reason.
You also did what for a reason?
I opened up the crab meat in the can.
Yeah, okay.
See? And I'm going to put that in there, too.
In with a pollock.
Yep.
Well, I'm not finished with this stuff yet.
Okay, I've done my cream over
Boy,
here.
this is a lot of work
I got
for
the
a dip.
paprika on there.
Why don't you just go down to the store and buy some?
What?
Do they have avocado dip?
Don't think so.
Okay, here.
Okay.
3 bottles. I'm
that's
trying to
coming
find
along
out how much.
Now, you'll see I need the juice. So I've got a couple of cups of consommé.
2 cups of mayonnaise.
A lot of people use their own beef consommé. You've got a lot of bones left over. You can make it up on a Sunday afternoon. You've got nothing better to do with your time.
Yeah.
Put it in the fridge.
Well, I've always got something better to do with my time than that.
See, now the flour's going to mix in there very nicely.
Okay.
The meat is cooking in there very nicely.
Yeah, so I see.
Okay.
I'm in here wrestling this stuff in a small pan.
Okay, now.
Yeah. I haven't got the lemon juice in there.
Okay, we'll spread this out.
Just a minute. I've got to read here. How much?
Okay, that's coming along. Really
1.5 tablespoons. You never have tablespoons. You keep them over here, don't you? Yes, you do.
I hope so. Okay.
Lemon juice, except we're using lime juice, huh?
Yeah, I like lime juice.
Okay. Are we having as much fun as we should?
Yep.
1.
Now we're going to put
And
that
a
all
half.
over there like that. Oh, I'm spilling it all over the place.
There we go. So that's that. How much Parmesan do you want in? Oh, I haven't got any Parmesan, Lee. Says Parmesan.
Hang on a minute. I'll look
Says
at my cupboard
here,
Hello?
cup
All right. It's all right.
of Parmesan.
You keep talking while I find the Parmesan.
No, you probably got it in the fridge. That's where you put everything.
This is fun. We don't have any Parmesan.
What do you mean we haven't got any?
I had some
we had
Parmesan.
some.
Where'd you put it?
Who? All right. Nobody move out of here until we
well,
find
he's
the
looking
Parmesan.
for the Parmesan. I better explain what I'm doing for the cooking. We've got the Esterhazy Rosbraten almost completed.
I haven't got the tools, Lee. I can't.
I'll tell you what, during the break,
Yeah.
we'll find the Parmesan.
All right.
That or the folks will be
Lemon
watching
juice.
us looking cupboards for about 20 minutes.
Worcestershire, 4
And
teaspoons.
I don't think they'll find that very interesting. I'll help you stir this.
Worcestershire, 2 teaspoons.
It's actually called Worcester.
4 teaspoons. There's 1.
Okay, that's cooking along really nice. And this dip is coming along great. Oh, we're going to have to break pretty soon, you know. What are you doing?
I'm trying to get.
You shake it. Shake, shake, shake.
Well, does that look like a teaspoon thing to you?
Yeah, it looks about right.
Well, you can see we're struggling here, but by golly, I'll bet it tastes good when it's done. Back in a minute.
It better taste good when it's done.
Lee's Leftovers are brought to you by the Bay downtown.
How we doing?
Hey, I'll tell you, this is good.
Okay.
This is starting to look good, this stuff. This
No,
has got
what- no.
artichokes and green bell pepper and onion,
Yep.
jalapeno pepper, chopped pimentos,
Yep.
Mayonnaise, lemon juice,
Okay.
celery salt. I just put in a little celery salt, teaspoon. And there's something else in there. Oh, Parmesan, you wanted? And the Worcestershire. And that's about it.
Okay. Now I want you to mix that into that.
Okay.
And just give it a really nice mix.
Give it a really nice mix.
Yes. And I'm going to put some Madeira on here.
Okay.
Maybe...
What's that?
Quarter of a cup.
Quarter of a cup what?
It's Madeira.
Have some Madeira, my dear. It's ever so much cheaper than beer.
It's actually getting cheaper, too. At one time, Madeira was really an expensive commodity. The island of Madeira. You ever been there?
As a matter of fact, briefly, no. Never been there.
It's got a lot of
Have you been there?
on it.
Before you start telling me about it.
It's one of the spots that I want to visit, and I've done research on the place.
Why do you want to go there?
It looks beautiful.
All it's got is that stuff, and you already got that stuff.
Oh, there's lots of things in Madeira. There's actually part desert and mountainous region, and you can ski on one side of the island and go in the jungle on the other side.
You're making that up.
I am not.
There's no skiing in Madeira.
They have lava where you can, you know, the old days when the lava flowed, the big pits and big holes, they all filled with water. You can actually go in there now, and the hot water is so nice. You get it's like your jacuzzi. Okay, anyway, the Madeira's in there. I got lost there for a minute.
You know, in my jacuzzi, you can go skiing on one side and running on the other side.
I know, I've been in it. Here's the brown sauce. Now, the brown sauce is a combination of butter and flour, as you saw that I put in there. And you brown that nice flour, and it gives it a nice color. You want a darker color here.
Okay. How's my avocado dip looking to you? It's a good thing I didn't throw in that other batch of
You know, I want you to,
because there's no
if
room.
you sprinkle it with almonds, when we present it,
and then you bake it, right?
Then I want you to start cutting some pita bread into nice little triangles.
Well, let me get the almonds on here first.
Actually, that looks quite good.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You're a little surprised,
I'm surprised.
Not as surprised as I am.
I have no idea. Some of these dishes you've created on this television show, you'll never remember again.
Here comes the almond butcher.
Yeah. Well, you were the salad butcher at one time. Now you're the almond butcher.
There, that's all done.
Remember that Maui salad you did?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was darn good.
Yeah,
Everybody ate that.
It was wonderful.
Okay, now you want these in what? Wedges, triangles,
Yeah,
what?
wedgies, yeah. Now you cut them.
Yeah, give me a clue.
Give me an idea.
Give me a hint.
Cut them in half.
Yep.
Okay. You can actually got a little pocket here. Or you can wear
Rita
them.
Hayworth?
Or you can wear them as little helmets.
For little people.
All right.
Okay.
Now, just like that. You see, what you're going to do is you're going to dip it like this.
Okay. After you bake this. You bake this and then chill it, right?
Well, we're going to, because you've cooked it in advance,
Yes.
with all the sauces and everything like that, it's quite edible now. But a nice little brown sheen on it from the oven would be good.
All righty. Have you got an example, or are we going to stick it in the oven?
We're going to, it's edible like that.
Okay.
Okay, this is
these have
almost
to
done.
be triangular?
And the
or
other thing that I forgot to put in the Esterhazy.
could I make a cube, for instance?
A cube?
Yeah. Oh, that one didn't turn out triangular.
Remember, people are going to have to hold this with their fingers to dip. You see, if you got a little piece like that and you dip it in there, you're going to get all over your fingers. And you don't want that. 2 tablespoons of...
I tell you what, there isn't a jury in the country would convict me, you know.
I put capers in there.
You put capers in where?
In
your
the
sauerbraten
Esterhazy,
or whatever it is.
Yeah, the
Rosbraten.
Rosbraten.
What's the difference, sauerbraten and rosbraten? Because sour isn't sour.
Oh, no. Sauerbraten has all kinds of interesting ginger snaps to it. It's been marinating for 14 days.
Oh.
You don't have to marinate
No,
this.
we haven't got that much time.
No, no.
Matter of fact, we hardly got any time. But I think, have we done both dishes?
This is just about
What are you
done.
going to do with that? Put it in the oven?
I'll put it in the oven for about 20 minutes until
we
that
put
meat
this in
gets
the
nice
oven
and
for
cooked.
how long?
Another 10 minutes.
And there we go.
And we serve it.
Huh? Huh?
Hey.
Come on back and see the finished product.
Yes.
Lee's Leftovers are brought to you by the Bay Downtown. You're watching Food Fair's Two Grumpy Guys in the Kitchen, brought to you in part by Food Fair. Expect the best from Food Fair.
Oh.
Who used to do this dish?
The Habsburgs Hollenzollerns. It's an Austrian dish.
Yeah, they serve it in the Tyrol.
It's the Esterhazy.
Then you're freezing your Tyrolean pants off. That's the meal you have.
This pollock is so good.
Okay.
Try it.
Show us what it looks like when you take it out of the oven.
That's one cooking on the top of the stove. That's one from the oven. You can do both.
Either way, huh?
Yeah.
How long in the oven? Did you say half an hour?
30 minutes, 35 minutes tops.
Okay.
And that, as you can see, that gives a really nice flavor, and of course the capers, and all of that marvelous sauce, and the brown sauce is in there now. It's really can thicken up a little bit like that.
And how about my avocado dip?
Oh, you did a sensational job on that.
Yes, I did.
I really like the way you decorated that.
And how's that for a triangle?
It's all right, it's all right. Okay, now what did you put that in there for? Yeah.
What?
I want you to put those things in there nice and neat like.
Put them on there nice and neat, eh?
See, no, people...
Oh, you got your arm in the way.
See, now you go to a party and you bring it on to your guests.
Yeah.
And they
you bring it on to your guests.
And they could, or you have a spoon in it and they can serve it nicely on there.
I bring it on home to my guests.
And talk about the life.
You don't have to tell people how to dip. This is an avocado crab dip.
Matter of fact, you do. You know why?
Why?
Some people put their finger in it, and I don't want to eat dip that's been touched by other hands. Human hands in this case.
Well, you're going to have to in this case.
Now there's potatoes with parsley and butter that we'll serve with this.
Okay.
So we've got the dip.
Yep.
And we've got, and it's as you see, a self-contained meal.
There we go. Here comes the recipe, or the recipes.
I think you'll have fun with this.
Yep.
Rosbraten
Esterhazy. I thought you said Habsburg Hohenzollern.
Oh, the Habsburg Hohenzollern.
I was dancing with a girl in Germany one time, Berlin. And she didn't speak much German, and I don't, or she didn't speak much English, and I don't speak much German.
Yeah.
But she said to me, trouble with English sounds like wow, 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 wow. Yeah. But I said, are you crazy? That's the way German sounds. Wow, 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 wow. It all sounds very guttural. That's what. So anyway, we didn't get along, and shook hands.
You never even communicated. No. Well, you just growled at each other.
Well, just wow, wow, wow. All the growls worked for me in the past.
I got it off at Lahr, and I had to go to a little town called Gengenbach, and I said I knew a little bit of German from my mother.
Sure you did.
I said, wie viel kostet von Gengenbach to Lahr? He said, 37 Deutsche Marks. I said, oh, $3.50. What the heck? Get there, it was $37.
That kind of stuff happens.
Well, I was a little shocked.
Okay, so there we go with a great artichoke and crab dip, along with an Austrian beef dish. Had fun with that?
Hey, I think that was good.
Give it a try. You'll really like it.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Hey, that's very good.
Food Fair's Two Grumpy Guys in the Kitchen has been brought to you by Food Fair. Expect the best from Food Fair. The Grumpy Guy's Kitchen, provided by Kitchens Plus. Complete planning and installation of kitchens and bathrooms. Special thanks to the Bay Downtown for all appliances, utensils, place settings, and set decoration. Promotional consideration thanks to KY58, Good Time Oldies, Nighttime Sports. Winnipeg Blueprinting Service Limited. From small to large format, color, or black and white reproduction. This has been a Grumpy Guys production.